Welcome back to Broken Sword, The Shadows of the Templars Director's Cut. And I'm in the Valconcello's mausoleum in Spain. And we're going to have a look around here. This is Lady Valconcello's and the graves of the Templars from her family. But we're going to start by looking around here at stuff.
A big statuette of the Virgin Mary kept an eye on the place.
Well, that's nice of her. And we have here the
In
Bible.
front of the shrine was a lectern with a Bible on it.
Let's move it. Hey, voila!
On removing the Bible, I found a pattern on the lectern top. Hey! It's a checkerboard!
A chessboard,
Close
George.
up, I could see that the pattern was made up of glass squares over a checkerboard pattern.
Yeah, so that's that. And that means that we probably need the chess pieces.
May I ask you something?
You may ask.
There we go.
What's the story with the glass chessboard?
Glass chessboard. Oh, the pattern on the lectern. Purely decorative, I'm sure.
There are pieces of glass missing from it.
Oh, it has been like that since I was a girl.
So
Is
let's
the
ask.
Virgin Mary really the right person to be sharing a mausoleum with 5
Oh,
knights?
George.
You are showing your ignorance, Senor Stobart.
Yes.
The Templars were dedicated to the Virgin Mary.
Precisely. You're making an ass of yourself,
You
George.
certainly know your history.
What's your opinion of the Templars, Senor Stobart?
The Templars? Well, they seem no worse than a lot of the knightly orders.
You are mistaken. Compared to the simpering politicians of the Hospitallers or the brutish Teutonics, the Knights Templar were the embodiment of chivalry. The filthy, money-grabbing French king and his pet pope did a great wrong. A bane settled upon my family at the whim of that self-seeking tyrant.
It was all a long time ago.
Some things don't die. Injustice is one of them.
Yes, that's true. In a way.
The gaps in the glass chessboard look awfully deliberate.
No, it is ridiculous. What possible significance can it have?
It's part of a chessboard, and the gaps are for...
Senor Stobart, you cannot mean...
This place was built for the Templars. Your chess set is as old as the Templars. It's kind of suggestive, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So let's start this puzzle.
I think this must be it. This is what the manuscript is pointing to.
This is extraordinary. Am I to understand that the Templars left a puzzle here? And in all of this time we failed to realize that there was a puzzle?
Seems like that.
It was wonderful to watch the Countess change before my eyes.
Right. Well, no time for wallowing in self-pity, eh, Senor Stobart? This mystery has had a good long run, but it ends here and now.
Yes, it should.
All those years of fatalism were falling away from her.
Lopez! Lopez! Put that hose down and listen! Go to the house and get my chess set. Yes, the old chess set!
Precisely.
Now hurry! My, this is exciting, is it not?
Don't get too excited. This could be a blind alley.
Oh, I do not believe that for a moment.
It's good to see you happy.
Happy? You know, I think I am.
Good. Good, good.
While we're waiting, I'd really like to know what happened here. I mean,
Some
the curse and
exposition,
everything.
please.
It all began at the time of the dissolution of the Templars. Don Carlos had already left their ranks to become a scholar.
Don Carlos, is he the guy who went missing?
See, but he had reckoned without the local bishop. Their bishop envied us our lands and determined to use the papal edict as an excuse to destroy us. Don Carlos was on one of his scholarly journeys when the Inquisition arrived. When Don Carlos returned, it was to find his loyal manservant slain and his children gone.
They took the kids? But why?
Oh, we will never know. The bishop denied all knowledge of the children's disappearance. But witnesses had seen his men kill the servant who had been charged to protect them.
What happened to Don Carlos?
He swore he'd find his children if he had to go to the edge of the world. He put on his armor and took up his sword and shield and rode out alone. He was never seen again.
I guess that explains this empty place here.
Lopez, you have the pieces.
Si, my lady, as you asked.
Por favor, Senor Stobart, would you be so kind?
My lady.
Calm yourself, Lopez. I believe Senor Stobart's motives are pure.
Very well, my lady.
Well, then let's start this puzzle. I'm really curious to see
My
where this
lady
leads.
seems to trust you.
But you don't.
No, senor.
Of course not. Lopez is a suspicious bugger. So let's start.
It fits, Senor Stobart. It fits.
Working quickly, I found which pieces went into which holes.
Each chess piece must be placed in the corresponding hole. Click on the any unplaced chess piece and it will turn to reveal the base. Let's click on a hole in the board and it will show the pattern. Each chess piece must be dragged onto the hole or this corresponding pattern. To do this, drag the piece to the correct hole on the board. If you try to put the piece in the wrong hole, then it will jump back to the side. Okay, let's start with the rook. Huh? Wait, one more. Okay. Well, there we put you. Then where's the queen? That's the queen. Must be the queen, right? Yeah, that's the queen. I put her in there. No? Isn't that... come on. Wait. No, that's the queen, isn't it? No? That must be the king. Then this must be the queen. I'm getting a bit puzzled here. There we go. Okay. Then we have a pawn. This must be the pawn. Come on. Yes. Not that pawn. Then this pawn. There we go. Pawn. Then we have the king. I put him here. Then we have another pawn. Should go. Yes. There we go. It's a little bit slow to pull the different ones. Then we have the bishop. He goes into this. Okay, this bishop then. Yes. The second bishop we place down here. Then we have one knight. And the other knight. And the rook. Yes, I see. There.
With the red pieces in place, the square bases fit onto the white pieces. I just had to figure out where to place them.
Yeah, now's the question where to put the white pieces. And that's a little bit more tricky. I don't know where to put them. Really not. Because wherever I put them, they'll be in trouble. One moment. Well, this will be a little bit of a guesswork. No. Upper mount. There we go. And then we have... Let's be careful. So I guess... Come on. There we go. And you there. Is that it? No. I guess not. I think I did something wrong here. Oh, I think that's... there. No? I want to move... Come on, this puzzle is seriously aggravating me.
Bingo!
There.
I mean,
That's it. That's the puzzle. And we have a grail. Look at that.
Senor Stobart, look!
What is that? It's not the Holy Grail, is it?
No, Senor Stobart. It is the communion chalice of the De Vasconcelos, missing for almost 700 years.
Wow. Well, go on.
I cannot. I can hardly believe it is real.
Go ahead. Live a little.
Are you sure? This is your moment of triumph, Senor Stobart.
Sure, I'm sure.
Yes. There it is.
The possibility of death traps only occurred to me a few days later.
Only a few days later.
So the curse of the De Vasconcelos is lifted?
Oh no. The Countess was thrilled to find the lost chalice. But there's still the riddle of the missing knight.
Well, you can forget about that now and get back to finding the Templar's secret.
Actually, I promised the Countess I'd find Don Carlos.
You what?
I can explain everything.
You have got the odds for a withered old Spanish aristocrat?
The Countess entrusted me with the chalice and the quest for her ancestor's tomb.
You're as crazy as she is. Haven't you got enough problems? Khan and the Templars?
It's all part of the same thing. The chalice is important, I'm sure. The manuscript pointed us to the knight, and I have to find him.
What then?
I don't know. But when the knight and the chalice are reunited, maybe I will.
Yes, I believe so.
I'd better get back to the quest.
Because they are connected, in a way. And because of that, we're going to Montfaucon. We're going to... Oh, the police is back. But we're not going down into the sewers this time. No, 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 no. We're going up to the church this time around. And I have an idea. I'm going to talk with the priest.
Hello again, Father.
Bonjour, monsieur. How pleasant to speak to you again.
Very nice to meet you again. Oh, we can ask about the glass.
I noticed that the stained glass window on the left...
You have a keen eye, monsieur.
Ah, okay, it was the
all
same
over
as
the
before.
church.
Oh, man. That's awful.
Oui.
Okay, but we have the chalice.
What do you make of this chalice?
It certainly looks very old.
About as old as this church, I think.
There seems to be an engraving on it.
Yeah? What does it say?
I do not know. It is very tarnished. With your permission, I could try polishing it. I promise I will be very careful.
Well, I trust him.
That'd be very good of you.
This shouldn't take very long. Feel free to look around.
Well, I trust the priest. He's good at polishing
thanks.
stuff. While he does that, we have this thing here, because there was something about this over here.
On the end of the staff was some kind of disc with a cross on it. Around the base of the disc was a hairline crack.
And that actually makes me think, because he said this. Yeah.
The scroll was a symbol of scholarship. I knew that much. A scholarly knight. That rang a bell. A very Spanish bell.
Uh-huh. Exactly what I was thinking about. So let's see if we can do this and use this together. No? We can't? Oh, come on, George. We should be able to do this, shouldn't we? I'm wondering the same thing now. Shrugging your shoulders too. Just a minute. Well, it's quite simple. I just used it on the wrong thing. We have here.
The lens fitted into the end of the scroll like a hand into a glove.
Perfect. Now, let's have a look.
Per disciplinum meum lux videbus. Hey!
Let's see now. 3 lens elements need to be slid to the correct position within the circle so that when aligned they create a clear image. Each lens can be moved by moving the mouse pointer over the numbered tab, and when a grasped hands appear, George acknowledges. Okay, George will acknowledge the image once the lenses are correctly positioned. Okay. So let's try this. Oh my goodness. Uh-huh. So it's like that. Okay, I get it now. I think we should move this, maybe like... No, that doesn't fit at all. This is trickier than I thought. I think this one should be somewhere up here, I guess. Somewhere. Let's try. Oh my goodness. This is so weird. Aha! There we have the first piece. There we go. Second piece. No, damn it. This thing. Because I can see the date down there. This should be about there. There's the last one. Let's see now. Ah, come on. Oh crap. This last one is a little bit trickier to move. There we go. Oh, it's the Templar Grand Master.
The distortions
There we go.
came sharply into focus. It was a Knight Templar burning at the stake. And below him a date in Roman numerals.
What was his name
A
again?
Knight Templar burning at the stake. And a date. Let me see. M
1314.
C C X I V. That's 1314.
Yeah, there we go. And that's Jacques de Molay in such a case. Must be. So let's see if the priest is done polishing our chalice.
Hey, thanks.
It is my pleasure, monsieur.
What was the writing on the chalice?
It was not writing, my mistake. It was a coat of arms. The remarkable thing is that it seems very familiar.
Yeah?
Oui, I think I have seen it on that wall tomb in the far corner. That winged horse is quite distinctive.
Ah.
Do you speak Latin?
You ask this of a priest?
Okay. Can you tell me what per disciplinum meam lux videbus means?
Let me see. That would be, by my teachings, you will see the light. I think.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
There we go. And what did you say about this
Boy,
again?
what a
Merci. It is all in the wrist action.
I guess it's used to polishing things.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
So the chalice said, oh my, we have a lot of pages here. Oh, all these things. Let's see now. 1617. Montfaucon. Use the lens Jacques de Molay 1314. Yes, and he said one of the graves over here did have the little horsey on it, Pegasus. Wasn't it? Yes, a
Now
Pegasus.
that my attention had been drawn to it, there was no mistake. There was no name on it, but the coat of arms was undeniably the Pegasus of the De Vasconcelos family. I'd found the last resting place of Don Carlos. My eye was drawn to the biblical references carved into the edge of the tomb. Hey, maybe these biblical references mean something.
Oi. Again. A jumble of letters are carved onto the side of the knight's tomb. You must look for and highlight a number of biblical verse references comprising of the name of the book followed by a chapter and verse in Latin numerals. So, for example, Luke chapter 8 verse 2 would be displayed as Luke 7 plus 2. You must find and highlight all the verse references. Highlighting a full verse reference and the letters will stay lit, otherwise the letters will fade. George will read the verse reference once they are all highlighted. Well, we have Psalms here to that.
Psalms 22:21. Not much to go on, but it must have meant something. If I examined the tomb more closely, there might be other clues to find.
Majorum. Here's another Psalms.
Psalms 32:7. The numbers referred to a chapter and a verse in the Bible.
And the Corinthians.
Corinthians 14:5.
14.5. Okay. Rex Mundi. I'm not very good at the name of the different parts of the Bible in English. Nope. Annus Rex Mundi, King of the World. I don't think so. Carpe? No. Dal. John 1.
John 4:11. There were no more references to find, but a
There we
series
go.
of Roman numerals ran around the plaque. I made a note in case they meant something.
Oh, okay. I didn't even notice that.
Psalms 32:7, John 4:11, Corinthians 1:4-5, and just one more, Psalms 22:21. I may not be perfect, but I've got a memory like a steel trap. The chalice had led me to these inscriptions, but it looked like a happy coincidence to me. After all, the de Vasconcellos arms were already on the manuscript. Nope, I was still convinced that the chalice had some significance all of its own.
Yeah, I believe so
I
too.
didn't have time to sit.
I believe so too. And now we're going to go and find out a little bit more about the Templars and everything. So we need to go and visit Andre. Look at now. Again. That freaking hair thing, hippie guy, hippie historian. Let's see now. Musikron. Yes, there it is. And we go inside. And they still haven't gotten the the tripod back. Too bad.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie.
I forgot
Where have you
Annie.
been? Nicole
Anne,
said you were
the
away.
Queen.
I just returned from Syria.
Syria? On the trail of the Templars?
It's a long story, but I found the bull's head. It was referred to on the manuscript, remember?
Yes. What is it?
A secret cave built into a high cliff face. In the cave, I discovered a map bearing a phrase in Latin. In accidenta cita est in ora mundi.
The island of Britain.
Lies at the edge of the world, to the west.
Strange. That map seems to contain a series of pointers.
Like I said, it's a treasure map.
Yeah, it is. And then we have this thing.
While I was in Syria, I discovered a strange pagan statue. It was like a head with 3 bearded faces. Horrible.
That sounds as if it could be Baphomet, the idol described by the Templars.
The poor Knights of Christ had an idol that looked like that?
Allegedly. The description of the idol came from the evidence extracted by the Inquisition. Mind you, not one statue or idol was ever found on Templar property. Until now, that is.
Exactly.
Just last month, a statue of Baphomet was unearthed right
What?
here in Paris.
Where?
At the Institut Hermétique de Naval. The statue is beneath the foundations. It was discovered by some workmen while renovating the building.
Can you tell me any more about the statue of Baphomet?
It's a fearful image, even now. A bearded head. The base of the statue is carved with Templar symbols. One of the workmen noticed a curious stain at the base. He claimed it looked like blood.
Blood?
That's right.
Yeah, sure. I don't believe you. Let's show him this.
No.
Okay,
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Queenie. Okay, we have Place du Baphomet that we're going to visit. And where was that? Site de Baphomet. Yes. Here we go. That's the place. What do we have here?
Hey, you! Get away from my dumpster.
Okay.
Okay. Sure.
Excuse me, could you help me?
What is it?
I've got a few questions.
Yes, I do too,
You're doing
yeah.
a fine job.
Merci. I have my professional pride.
I don't think I've ever seen a Gauloise smoke so stylishly.
It's a natural talent.
I'm being sarcastic.
I'm being indifferent.
You're very good at that as well.
Merci. Vive l'indifférence.
So, what are you doing here?
I am having my break.
Yeah, I mean when you finish your break.
When I finish my break, an interesting concept, monsieur.
You'll probably need to think about it.
I could have another cigarette while I consider. Perhaps tomorrow too.
Spoken like a true craftsman.
Okay, let me put things differently. What were you hired to do here?
I was hired to keep the archaeological dig in the basement of this building clear of debris, and to touch up damage to the door frames with my little pot of paint. It's a very responsible job. Unfortunately, I'm not a very responsible person.
I can see that.
So what do you know about the excavation?
I know they won't let me in to do my job. I would complain to my union, but
You couldn't be bothered to join.
right. Tell you what, though, I'm surprised at the sort of people interested in this excavation.
Okay, tell me.
What's unusual about the visitors to the excavation?
None of them look like archaeologists to me.
Do you know what an archaeologist looks like?
Three-piece suits, crocodile-eyed attaché cases, Rolex oyster.
But no archaeologist dresses like that.
Quite right, monsieur, quite right.
So, who are they?
Who cares as long as they pay me?
Yeah, who cares as long as they pay me. I don't question that.
What does the word Templar suggest to you?
Templar?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I thought so. So that's the painter. He speaks like a true craftsman. So now we'll see
He's
if we
seen
can,
you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
let's see if we can get down. Yeah, there we go. And here's a god too, for that matter. Okay, let's have a look around first.
The doorway led to an old utility closet that had lost its door. There was nothing interesting in there.
Okay, and what's this?
A thermostat was mounted
Okay.
over a radiator. The radiator was pumping out heat as the thermostat was cranked right over to full. No
Whew.
wonder it was warm in here, even with the door open to the chill of fall.
My goodness. That's
There was a
bit too much.
telephone on the far wall.
Telephone and a door.
There was a closed door with toilet scratched into the cheap veneer.
That door is locked, monsieur.
It is. Why? Well, let's talk to him.
Hi? Excuse me?
Oui.
There's a few things I can ask about.
So, what exactly are you doing here?
I'm guarding. You expect to find me shearing sheep?
Take it easy. I just didn't realize you were a guard. I'd like to know what you're guarding, please.
That's a secret.
It wouldn't happen to be an archaeological site, would it?
Are you asking me or telling me?
I'm telling you.
Then why ask?
I had a feeling this was no normal hole in the ground.
Yeah, most likely not, because they have the face of statue of Baphomet here.
I'd like to use the washroom, but the door's locked.
Oh, that's no problem. You can have the key.
Thanks.
Very kind of you, sir. Anything else? Well, yeah, I guess I'll go into the bathroom then. There's several keys on this keychain. That's good. I probably need to make a... Wow. I probably need to make a copy here. Let's see what's
On
this.
the wall was an automatic hand dryer.
Uh-huh. A hand dryer. And seems to be some kind of...
Oh, boy. Dirty soap. How do they do that?
Can I pick it up? Thank you. And we should probably...
Perhaps I could make a copy of the key.
Yes, that's what I was thinking about.
The key had made a clear imprint in the soap. The bar of soap had the imprint of a key in it.
Nice. Let's put some plaster in that.
I knew keeping that plaster was a good idea.
There we go, George. Good boy.
With the plaster and the imprint, I was on the right lines. I had filled the key's imprint in the soap with dry plaster.
And then I guess we can use
You
it there.
can't make a cast without wetting the plaster.
Precisely. So let's wet the plaster a bit.
But wet plaster alone does not make a cast.
No.
I
we need
used
to
the
try
dryer
it.
to speed up the process.
Precisely.
Well, it had taken a while, but I had made myself a completely unconvincing plaster key. Way too fragile to use in a lock. I'd have to substitute it for the real one. Trouble was, it looked like plaster and not metal. Then again, that plaster statue in Syria hadn't looked like stone until I'd been a bit artful with it. Maybe I could improve the key as well.
Thank you for that hint, and we're going to do that, but not right now because I'm going to finish this episode. So next episode we're going to finish off this key, probably get rid of the guard and sneak inside so we can have a look at this Baphomet thing. But for now, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you around.